Hey guys, welcome back to Trek. He's Commander. Those are holes, see? Plot holes. But he's Commander Cocky.
That was disturbance in subspace of a delay. Come on, Coggins, Captain Foley, welcome back, guys. Discovery Season 5, Episode 5. Oh, I was right. The one time I can say that and be right. Good.
Mirrors, yeah. So, apparently there's a plot hole, which the Commander noticed, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so decent episode. Some mirror, but also very little mirror. Underused. And at the end, radically, let's be fair, they destroy Locke and Maul's ship out of the equation with no hope of return. The ISIS Enterprise comes into our reality. Cool. And despite explicitly stated there were no escape pods and shuttles, and no way of escaping, very explicitly given tension in that regards, Maul and Locke find a medical warp-capable pod, which no one thinks to take away. They forget about it, I guess. Which is warp-capable for some reason. And they launch it at the end of the episode, and they leave, and we see them jump away. And the tone of the moment is... music pans down, but it's like, okay, we'll get them next time. As if they're gone. We can track the warp trail, but the tone is they're gone, and then there's no follow-up to that in the story. It goes to other things. So they're gone. We'll see them next week. Problem is, Stuart, it's a Discovery era Mirror Universe medical pod, which is warp drive, is going to be limited to that era and of a pod. So I would say maybe warp 2 if you're really pushing it. Old scale. Like very old scale, pre-TNG. So that's like warp like 1.1 at TNG scale, which means the Discovery scale, they can, on one leg, grab it, and yet they present it as if they're gone, we'll see them next week. What?
Well, to be fair, Rainier does say we'll track their warp trail, no big deal. Because we can catch up with them, no big deal, because we know it's slow, first of all. Second of all, they also don't have any clues or evidence to go to the next puzzle piece, so they're not really a threat at this point. I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't know why they don't just jump to warp, track them into the bay. They could do it in under 5 minutes. There's nothing that shall... That pod's also hundreds of years old. Its power's probably diminished as well. Thank goodness it worked. Like, there is nothing they could... Not even armed. Well, mirror maybe. But there's nothing that pod can do to stop being captured. So why aren't they capturing them? And also, their warp speed... They don't say where they are, but we assume they're a long way away from anything. And their warp speed, they're months away from anything. Because warp is very exponentially fast the further you get in time. So they are out of the season. Unless they bump into a ship, I guess, but like they're so slow and so low power with none of their tech at all. Put them in the brig. Don't get it.
That's how the next episode's going to start. They're going to already be on Discovery because they already captured them.
Or they'll already be next cluing. It's just really strange because they're the antagonists of the season, and to play the scenes if they're gone, even though they're limping away. I don't get it. And also, why is there a pod randomly? Why wouldn't one of the evacuees take it? Why are you leaving an emergency pod where you desperately need pods to escape on a ship that you plan never to go back to again? They explicitly say there isn't any stuff. And why is there a warp-capable medical pod in the Discovery era?
Discovery? I don't know. It's a very good question.
It just came out of nowhere. I was really excited by the end, and that, okay, they're not necessarily enemies anymore, despite being stabbed, but healed. Fine, right? No issue. They could be in the brig, we could talk to them, we could convince them to join us, boom. New plot thread versus they escaped again. No, they didn't. Like, it lost credibility at the end a bit with just the structure of it. For me anyway, I just don't understand. Feels like a big plot hole. Because next week they're going to be on a planet with tech doing a thing. And it'll be a week later or 2 days later. And it's like, none of that works.
Wow. Going back to like him being stabbed, it would be interesting if they start the next time we see them where he's like in his gelatinous form, because that's not it's not affected by the stab wound, and he can heal faster in that form or something. But yeah, at least they had the medical supplies. at least he got stabbed in sickbay. So
yeah, which they didn't play into at all. Here,
they immediately gave her supplies to take care of him.
But the vibe was that he was still so concerned that he's going to die. Like, she didn't heal him, otherwise he'd be fine, and the vibe would be fine. The vibe is very weird there. They obviously... That's the problem with wanting to create tension when there's really no tension to be had. It's kind of like the Picard Season 3 trope of, quick, let's warp away! Yes, they can't get us. It's like, no, they can. They got long-range sensors that can detect you at warp for light years. So they know exactly where you are, where you're going, your trajectory, your speed, and they can also hail you at warp. That's all how hailing works. That's how you hail Geordie from far away. Like, just follow them.
Yeah.
And you could obviously say they hid their warp trail, and I'd say fine. But 23rd century tech is so comparatively that they could undo that. They could override it. And also you could exactly track how far they've gone. You'd be like, oh, they're clearly there. It would have been really cool. Imagine if they'd ended the episode with they spored in or warped in, grabbed them, put them in the bay, or if they'd stolen part of the puzzle piece and they had to then grab them and then they, or you swallowed it or something. You could have really fun with that, and they just didn't do it. So felt like a plot hole to me. Tech is important, and knowing its limitations is important, and they didn't do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think they necessarily thought about that, but yeah, I just think that's a writing thing that they just didn't even consider. Let's be honest.
They just had to get away.
What do you guys think about this? Did you notice that happened, and did you think about the consequences of it being like not only mirror universe, but also like 900-year-old tech trying to get away from modern technology? Anyway, put it in the comment section down below. We want to hear your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all the things, and join us for all of our other content. We really appreciate you guys.
And if you want support and do support what we do here, then directly supporting would be tremendous. Via Patreon, it's monthly. Join the channel on YouTube, it's also monthly and amazing. Or super chatting during a live super thanksing on any video, or PayPaling at your discretion at trekyards@hotmail.com.
That's right. So until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's Captain Foley.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.